What's up, guys? Carlton Flowers here, Color Boss Custom Auto Body Shop, and I wanted to shoot a quick video today as I'm panning around the shop here. I'm trying to clean up and get organized, but I've got a new tool that I need to tell you about, and it's another one from MaxXT. All right, so this box has this new MaxXT tool, and it is going to actually obsolete this tool, and it's going to obsolete this tool, and I'm going to tell you why. I wanted to pull out my other favorite electric MaxXT sander right here just to talk a little bit more about it and what it has replaced. But we'll do that after we do this unboxing and then tell you about why what's in this box is going to replace the need for me to ever use a mud hog. If you're familiar with these, they're kind of old school now. You got 8 inches, okay, instead of 6 on a mud hog. But these mud hogs, they're squirrely, they're rugged, they're direct geared, and they can take down material fast. But actually, it is an old school tool, and it's not as good as using a geared DA sander. All right, so this is a Baxter geared DA. And what that means is it's not going to just work like a regular DA where it can kind of float and shake and then sometimes turn and just kind of, you know, if you press down on it and give it pressure, it's not going to just turn and burn and dig in. Well, this is a geared DA sander, and it is going to dig in. It's going to rotate in a circle along with this motion, and the rotation is fast. As a matter of fact, let me jump over here and get the hose just so I can connect it, and I'll show you what the action looks like on that geared DA. I had to plug a hole in the F-150 truck tire. That's what I'm doing over here with this big old jack. By the way, this came from Harbor Freight. Anybody that says Harbor Freight doesn't have good tools doesn't know what they're talking about, because this is the best jack I've ever had. It was like, what, 350 bucks? I might have got it for $50 off on sale a few summers ago, but that's an excellent jack. It really is very low profile, and you can get a height on that. It's the highest floor jack that you can get from practically anywhere. Okay, so let's go ahead and hook this up, and all right, here we go. So let's look at the action with the geared DA. Haven't cleaned it much since I last used it, so you can see that when I mash down and give it air, no matter what, it's going to rotate and give a DA action, and it's not going to just float. That's why it's made to compete with a mud hog to take down material. But it's hard on my compressor over there. All I've got is just an 80-gallon cobalt compressor. Let me show you what I'm working with here and why I do these electric tools. I'm not rich. I used to have a great big huge compressor, one bigger than this, but this is running 15.8 CFM at 90. All right, 2-stage pump, 175 pound max PSI. Of course, it's 240 volt and only 5 horsepower. So that's my cobalt compressor that I bought about 3 or 4 years ago. At the time, it was $899. Now they're a little bit over $1,000. So in order to save me from that, I have been buying electric DAs. I have another circular DA that is by SPTA. You've seen it in the video. You can scroll back and look if you don't remember, if you haven't seen that. But let's get back to the MaxXT, this new tool. And this is the MaxXT Eccentric Orbital Sander R7304. I asked the company if I could have one to test and use, since I'm such a big fan of MaxXT. I bought that one, but after talking with the company official, they were nice enough to check out my YouTube channel and see that I'm a serious person and have a serious shop, and would give them some exposure. So they did send me one. So here it is right out of the box, guys. And I'm going to tell you one thing. This sucker's heavy duty, okay? It's no joke. So let's pull it out of the bag and get a closer look. And I'm going to show you one thing that it has, which pretty much runs these two jokers out of town. All right? So first of all, it passes the hefty test. This thing is hefty. Now, it is heavy. It's going to probably wear your arms out using it, but what that means to me is that this motor is going to stand up. Okay, I think this tool was actually meant for woodworking, and I'm one of the first people to pioneer electric DAs for use in a body shop, because of the fact that I've been watching as Merca, that sells a 6-inch DA for $500-600. I thought, well, why not try out MaxXT and SPTA? And sure enough, their stuff works just as good as Merca, so why spend all that money? Now, this MaxXT sander, the rectangular sander, is about 230 bucks on Amazon. It's worth every penny. I love this tool. It's outstanding. All right, and I use this for taking down material. I've pretty much replaced the need for 90% of the time. When I would normally use a file sander, I now use this. I don't need a file sander. I can do a little bit of file sanding with my air file, and then I can come back with this MaxXT. I can also use this for doing 2000 grit and 3000 grit when I'm doing finish sanding on clear coat. Well, anyway, back to the big dog right here. Let me get that name one more time for you. Eccentric Orbital Sander R7304. It's hefty. All right, so I think this motor is going to stand up, and I kind of like this hand guard here. And here is the feature about this device that I really like that you need to know about. See this switch right here? See what this says? You can go from direct drive to DA. So all I got to do is turn this switch this way. If I rotate this way, I'm going to go to regular DA. When I flip it back this way, it's going to go to direct drive, and it's going to take down material fast. All right, so let's check it out. I've actually already got an interface pad on it, and I'm going to run a test of this on the next video and show you what it looks like in action. But I just wanted to do the unboxing and show you this little feature here, so you can use this as a regular DA, electric DA, or you can use this as a direct drive in taking down material or taking paint down to the bare metal. So sorry, Charlie, you're done, Mud Hog. Sorry, Baxter, but you are fired. I'm going to retire these two. In fact, I'll never use those again, because why beat up my compressor when I've got these good electric tools to use? So there we have it. We're going to start out by taking down that taking filler down and removing paint to the metal with the big dog, and then we come back for the intermediate and finish sanding with the rectangular MaxXT sander, which is, I just love this thing. And this has got electric control push button, and this has worked ever since I've had it, and I put it through a lot of work. Okay, and then on this one we have a dial. I like to turn it down low and take my time and not just rip through stuff and let the sander do the work. And it also has a heavy duty switch here. So on the next video, I'm going to come back at you, and we will test this out. We'll show it in action. All right, well, that's about all we've got for this one, so stay tuned for the part 2 of this video. This is Carlton Flowers with Color Boss Custom Auto Body Shop, where you know how we like to do it. We just shoot it.